Family, family. Good evening, happy 4th. Come on here just to uh, inform you and remind you that God love has not failed you yet. I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain. So if you're watching just a little later, then give me about 30 seconds before I get started. I want to talk about God's unfailing love real quick to remind you, because we always question His love for us, and that's crazy. I just seen somebody tune in. Soon I said that they hopped off. Hey man, um, but from the very beginning of creation, God said, "Let there be," for 5 days. Like on the sixth day, He created mankind. He created Adam, and He gave Adam a job. His job was His purpose, and where He named the animals and all these different things, right? And He placed Adam in a garden to work it. He told Adam, vegetables, the fruit, all these different things, like you may freely eat. So Adam didn't have to do anything. He provided all that Adam needed in the garden before He created Adam. Adam didn't need for anything. Why? Because God prepared everything. He already knew everything Adam was going to need, and He provided it all the way to his woman. We're not going to go in that direction, but as it relates to God provision and Him providing for us. The Reckoning, how you doing, my brother? Thank you, and likewise. So we're talking about God's unfailing love, right? So specifically, we're talking about His provision and making sure that we are good. And He demonstrated that in the very beginning before He created Adam. He provided everything He provided Adam everything he needed before he actually needed it, and actually before He created him. So when He placed him in a garden and told him to work it, and He was talking about the fruits and the vegetables, like all of this, you may freely eat. You may freely eat. God did. Adam didn't. He didn't need or want for anything. How is it that all the way to today, that what God created, His provision, we're good today? So when you talk about God's unfailing love, and just in the department of making sure that we have everything that we needed, He knew, just like Adam, He knew that He knew everything we were going to need in the beginning. So with the fruits and the vegetables and just with those two things alone, like He made it to where like they had seeds so they can continue to, or like we can have the fruits and vegetables we need today due to him placing seed inside of them. And it's crazy, like, and they've been reproducing. They reproduce for generations and generations and generations, ultimately where in the beginning all the way to now, he made sure that we would have everything that we needed at the beginning of creation. That is God's unfailing love. That's just one area. That's just one department in what I'm talking about. Hello. Happy 4th to you all. So we should never question God's love for us if in the beginning he created everything and gave it seed so it can continue to reproduce all the way until today, and we are good in this department. God is definitely so good. So if we want to question God and his love for us, like, that's just one thing where, like, it was his perfect creation and it provides us with what we need today. We never ran out. Like, it never stopped producing. So God's unfailing love is all around us. So if we ever come to a place where we want to complain about anything pertaining to God, we can look at in that one area. Because y'all know, we be about that food. So much so, I'm about to grab me something to eat. You know what I mean? I'm about to grub myself. You feel me? You know what I mean? God's unfailing love. The Apostle Paul said, I am convinced that there is nothing that can separate us from the love of God. He was convinced, and we should be convinced that there is nothing that can separate us from the love of God. Well, at least I thought I was about to eat some Chipotle. This lady, she just tried to walk in there and grab her something to eat. My heart is hurt right now. You know what I mean? I was set on that. I guess I'm finna go to Rosa's. I'm doing a barbecue thing tomorrow. But anyway, it's not about me. So you feel me? So let's try to remember that, because and it was something else that I was going to say about that before I hop off, because I wasn't trying to come on here and hold you guys forever, but it was something else. What was it? I guess that's all I have. That's it. Yeah, that sucks, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to share that, like God's unfailing love is literally all around us, man. It's just even the like meat and what we eat, you know what I'm saying? It's like he made it to where they could, like, reproduce. It's just mind blowing how you can create one thing, and that one thing, like, continue to reproduce itself, like, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, to make sure that my people are good. So now if we yep, for sure. So now if we took that same thing from God before we had children, because nowadays, like, we have kids, we don't want them to go through the struggle that we've been through. and I get it. You feel me? Um, where there's dangers in that, spoiling these little ones, and they don't appreciate none these days. You know what I'm saying? They don't appreciate nothing these days. Complain about everything. You have to beat them till they smell like onions for them to tell you thank you. You know what I mean? That's from a movie. I don't do the beat. You know what? Hold on. That's exactly what we do with God, don't it? Like it. That's exactly what we do with Him. That's crazy. Selfish, ungrateful humans we are. Yet He still makes sure we're good. That's crazy. So how we gonna get at? How we gonna get out and get on our children for their for them being ungrateful and all these different type of things? And could it be that they give us exactly what we give to God? The attitude, not appreciate nothing, complaining about everything. Like that's crazy. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves as adults. I was actually finna go somewhere with that. But I forgot what I was gonna say. That's crazy how they came like that, right? But yeah, he still provide. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, that's where I was going with that. So when we like, what if we would have prepared a place for our children before having them, the same as God did? You feel me? Like He was like very intentional in His creation when it comes down to that. And so for you don't have kids, please prepare a place for your children before you have them, because it's really difficult when we're not in a position, or we're not prepared financially to take on the responsibilities of having a child. It's really hard and really difficult. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Let's take it a step further. Let's take it a step further. A lot of us have unhealed wounds, trauma that we have from whatever experience in life. No matter how far back it goes. Because we can have the finances department on point. We bring them into this world and they don't have to worry about anything financially. But what about the daddy issues that we have? What about the trauma that we have experienced when we were children? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about the mental health that we battle with, and emotional challenges that we have? So we have kids, and so the same thing our parents done to us, and the way they talk to us and treat us and different things like that, like we end up causing the same harm on our kids that was done to us. We try so hard not to be like our dad and not to be like our mom and our grandparents and who raised us, but we repeat that same cycle. How about we get ourselves together spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically? So before we have kids, so we won't bring them into our mess. Just like God prepared a place for us to make sure that we were good in the area of provision and food and things like that. Let's take it a step further to make sure that we're not repeating the same cycle that broke us down when we were growing up. We wonder why the rebellion and all these different things, like the disrespect and all this different type of stuff that our kids oftentimes give us, is because how we're raising them, how we're treating them, the way we talk to them. Man, I be in stores and I be hearing the way these parents be talking to their kids. It is sad. It is truly sad. And I want to say I get it, because perhaps maybe that's how you were raised, but I mean, how did it make you feel when your parent was treating you like that, talking to you like that? How did it make you feel? Did it break you down? Did it like the belittling statements and responses that we give them? Like, think about if we experienced that. How did it make us feel? How small did it make us feel? So why would we go on repeating that same cycle to our children? And we wonder why a lot of them grow up kind of like messed up in the head. It's because of us. It's because of what? It is because of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. Like, it does. Man, that's heavy. That's really heavy. Um, I believe all wounds are healable, if that's a word. Healable. Healable. Don't judge me. I'm in a moment right now. Don't judge me. Is healable a word? I believe all heals. All heals. I believe all wounds can be healed. I truly believe that. I don't know if all relationships can be mended. Well, I believe it can. I believe all relationships can be mended. I do. Do I believe that? I do. And the reason why I do, because especially when it comes to like parent and children relationships. Do I believe that? I think I do. I think I do. The reason why I believe that, especially if God is in the center of it, like, I mean, he can make all things new. He can make all things better. Now, we have to do our part. We definitely have to do our part. Definitely have to do our part. But I also believe that it's hard to mend relationships, and it's hard to mend relationships when we have not healed personally, when we still um when we're still okay with not being okay, if that makes sense. Because what if they say something that we don't like again, or what if they do something that we don't agree with, and what if in their responses, like when we haven't dealt with these issues, we don't know how to respond and react and or address these things from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a tough one, but I do believe things. I believe that all wounds can be healed and relationships can be mended. It, I mean, clearly it's not a open. It won't be an overnight deal, and take like a lot of work and progress. But I mean, I believe it's possible. This lady, she walked up to I'm at Rosa's right now. This lady walked up to pull the door, and it didn't move, and I'm like, not here either. But come to find out, she just didn't twist the handle. I'm not judging. I'm just saying she didn't twist the handle, and I felt like I was disappointed again. Hold on. So yeah, it's a tough situation. Like, you know what I'm saying. Whenever it's like that, like it's just asking God and like Him making sure that we're ready when those opportunities come. So I pray that he definitely do that on your behalf for both of y'all. You feel me? But just ask God to make sure you're ready for when that day comes. You notice I ain't say if. You know what I'm saying? Because we believing in, and we're talking about faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just make sure that, you ask God to make sure that you're ready when that time comes. Yeah. Make sure you're ready when that time comes. Because if you're not ready and God allow it, then it could reopen new wounds. It could be more damaging than the first time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's why I believe in, and I definitely hope that he does. I definitely hope that you're ready whenever that time comes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, for sure. But that's God says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you." So, with that being said, a lot of things that we're asking God for, like we're not seeking His kingdom and His will and His righteousness first. You know what I'm saying? So let's be intentional about that, and believe, trust, and have faith that His will be done on your behalf, and perhaps He's trying to do something much greater, better, and like through the roof from what you're asking, because He does have a plan for you, and His plan does consist of what He's planning to do for you, do through you too, on your behalf for sure, but inside of you first. Yeah. Yep. So be encouraged, and just look all around you. I'm not talking about the evil and the things that wicked men are doing that we do, but if we look all around us, God's unfailing love is there. And I think it was Psalms 33 I was reading earlier. I want to say it was Psalms 33. It says God's unfailing love is all around us, and I'm like, I had to look that up. Like, what do you mean by that? And it talked about um, one of the things that it was um, as I looked it up in Hebrew, one of the things it was talking about was uh, God's covenant to Abraham. He kept his promise. He kept his covenant with Abraham. Don't you know, like when God sent Abraham to a land I'm going to show you, and he took his nephew Lot, like that land was to provide all that Abraham and Abraham descendants, everything that they needed. Before he sent them, he said, go to a land I'm going to show you. And that land was to provide and support everything that Abram needed and his descendants. That's again going back to Genesis 1, where God created everything. God created everything to provide uh, all that Adam needed. Obviously, all that we needed. So he ran the same play in a sense of, I don't want to say that. So basically, he did the same thing for Abraham. He told him to go to a land that I'm going to show you. And that land, he provided everything. That land was supposed to support and provide everything that Abraham needed, him and his descendants. So when Lot and Abraham started, Lot's herdsmen and Abram's, their herdsmen started beefing, it's because like that land couldn't support both of their households, and it wasn't supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always be trying to bring people along with us, but God is like, no, I didn't say for you to bring them. I said for you and yours. So where Lot wasn't supposed to be there anyway, he was supposed to leave Lot behind when he left his father's house and his relatives, but he brought Lot with him. You know what I'm saying? But that land was supposed to support and provide everything that Abram, i.e., same as Abraham, his descendants. You feel me? So God's unfailing love is all around us because we have everything that we need. Maybe not be everything that we want, but like the Apostle Paul said, "May my God will supply all that you need." So when it comes to, like, God is more interested in supplying the need first, not the want, not our desires, which this is how we move and this is how we spend money according to what we want and what we desire before we do the need. So we asking God to provide and do all this, but he like, no, your mindset isn't right. Your discipline isn't intact. Like, you're still going to buy what you want and what you desire and do the things that you want and that you desire first, and you're gonna end up in this same place again. So why isn't seem like God isn't providing? Well, our priorities are twisted. You feel me? But even then, he's still providing through our job. For some, the business, he's still providing that way. It may not look like it may not be like on this scale that we truly desire, but he's providing the need. He's interested in providing for the need first. God's unfailing love is all around us. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? What an awesome God that we should be serving faithfully. You know what I'm saying? I think that's all I have. It's always good having a good conversation with you all. Although it's only like usually like one that chop it up with me, my brother, the reckoning, you know what I mean? But it's all good. It's not about me. It's ultimately about pointing you guys to Christ. And whatever I feel led to share, like, it's not about me. It's so, like, hopefully hopefully, whatever and however, like whatever the words of Holy Spirit choose to speak through me, I pray and hope that like it would turn on a light or change your perspective or perception that you once had about God. Like, you know what? I had this thing all wrong. I was listening to these individuals. I was believing them, and like based on what this dude talking about, maybe I should go get I should learn about this God. I should go and learn about this Jesus for myself. Because as I look around, like I haven't went without. And if I did go without, is it something that I mismanaged my resources? If I struggled as a kid and it seemed like we were living in lack, is it that God didn't provide, or my parents wasn't good stewards over the resources that God blessed them with? We gotta stop blaming God for everything, especially when He has provided. You feel me? So that's why I have God thank you for your unfailing love. I pray that we start to see you in everything, start to see your unfailing love all around us, so we can see how faithful you truly are and how good you truly are. Thank you for being the master provider to make sure that all of our needs are met, first and foremost. Thank you for always being enough. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Family, I got to run. I'm about to run in here, grab me something to eat. And yeah, and I'll talk to y'all later. The Reckoning, my brother, all love, all the time. All the time. And I guess I'll talk to you all soon. Please share this out. I'm going to go ahead and put this joint on public. So if any of you watching now or later, or now, you can run this joint back real quick. And most of all, please share so we can remind others how good God is, and so they can train and program their minds to always see the goodness of God and see His unfailing love all around us, so we can always be reminded how good He is and how faithful He has been always. All right, until we meet again, as always, I love you all. Stay blessed. Peace.